We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Bizella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today is Jack Thursday. I'm going to talk about fishing for land. There's a lot of things about fishing.
There's a lot of talk about fishing right now with you.
Well, I'm getting older and, this is what I told my bartender recently. I need a hobby.
Like you have one bartender.
Yeah, one of the bartenders I know who's familiar with all my flaws.
Got it.
And, anyway.
Oh, we'll finish the sentence.
I just need a hobby. And I've always loved fishing. I grew up doing it. I grew up in Michigan, sometimes in northern Michigan, and there's just nothing but fishing there. And we had a blast. A lot of memories about that. And when you have children and jobs and start things like Land Academy, there's just, you're pressed for time. And I'm getting to be the age where I need to start enjoying things a little bit more. There's enough money coming in, buying and selling land all the time. Yeah. We've got some good staff. Jill's slowing down a little bit. And, think about fishing.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel and comment on the shows you like.
Buckley wrote, my first mailer was 1,900 units. I received over 10 responses with solid interest in selling. However, not a single one has a solid state or county maintained road access. That's okay. Hold on a moment. Is it common to have so few replies with road access in a mailer this size? Not sure if this is simply due to the county I mailed or what. Plugging away, making the most of what I can, though. Any thoughts are helpful. Well, what if it's a dirt road and it's still public and it's not like it's paved, but there's access?
Sometimes you can read my mind.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be paved and plowed. It's not going to be that great. And depending on the area, this is rural. Let me back up here. This is rural vacant land, everyone. It's most of the time it is a dirt road, and I'm happy with that. Sorry.
Get it, Jill. Get in there. Go. I mean it.
Seriously, do you want an exit? Do you want your own exit sign with an arrow and a turnout? Or would you prefer a signal?
How about cut-in sewers and
yes.
And roads no. Here's the thing.
Exactly, a big sign that says "power" right here. There's there's a little thing sticking up out of the ground. Just kidding.
We're not in the business of alienating Land Academy members.
No, I'm teasing you.
But and I want to point out too. There's a lot of questions and comments and successes. I can choose from hundreds and hundreds of entries in Discord when we do the show. Yeah. I'm here to tell you, I'm not always picking the peaches and cream, oh my God, I made $1 million on this deal kind of comments. So this is a valid comment. This is a valid concern from somebody who sent out a mailer, got a positive response, and got a bunch of people that wanted to sell at his price, 10.
This is all good news.
So that's good, and good.
Yeah.
And actually it's great. Right.
Yeah.
What your question is this. Well, one of the 5 A's is access. And it doesn't appear to me that this rural vacant land has access. So I'm going to tell you a little story, and then Jill's I can tell she wants to talk.
Yes.
When I moved to Scottsdale in 1994, you could buy a 40-acre, air quotes, landlocked property for about $12,000 to $25,000, which at that point, and everyone else is falling off their chairs saying there's no way this should ever be worth $25,000. And so none of us bought it. Those same properties are $1 million, $1.5 million, $1.8 million right now, because there's things that stuff got solved. Money solves problems, and access can get solved by doing what we do here in Land Academy, which is picking up the phone, calling the adjacent property owner, and seeing first of all if they want to buy the property, or if they are willing to grant access. All kinds of stuff you can do. So I don't access, and I went in after the 13th comment of everyone saying, oh my gosh, you should stay away from this. I feel a little responsible in this, by the way, you and I. Just because it doesn't have access like that doesn't mean it's valueless. Go in and get it for $1,000 and sell it for 10. Go ahead.
That's it. So there's 2 things. if you buy a cheap, well, if there is a way out, right, and it's one of the owners is willing to do that, call the neighbors. You have Neighbor Scoop. You can look up their phone number, then see what that's going to cost, and you don't necessarily have to do it, but you buy the property cheap enough, like he said, and you queue it up that this is all that's possible. What's possible? Here's my first thought on this. I thought that because some people get. And I don't mean to be picking on you. I'm so sorry. I was just having
this
fun.
isn't a personal thing.
Oh, no.
At all. This is
no.
actually going to help a lot of people.
It will. No, I'm glad you asked this question. It's a really good one. Because I've seen people very early on accidentally, not meaning to, kill too many deals.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I think you're being a little too picky. And I want you to go back and look at them and see, it doesn't have to be county maintained fantastic, but can you really get to it? Even if it's 4-wheel drive, is there physical access? And if you can go back and look at these and say, you know what, I do see access.
Bear in mind.
Now, do we have, well, please, is there legal access? Because there very well may be, or even if it's just really close to it, that we can see what's possible, I would still continue down the path with some of these deals.
There's a huge subculture of people that want accessless property.
True.
That they can get to because they don't want to be found. Use your imagination why.
Yeah, and
this is not valueless property. That's my whole point here. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then those, you still want to be careful. Pick the right areas, right? It's not going to be, I would say too, take your favorite one of these. I would go back through these 10. Pick the one that you're like, you know what, of all of the 10, this is the one I like the best. Give it to us on the Thursday member call.
Yeah.
And we will really look at you and tell you and look it
Joe.
up and help you with this firsthand. And
that's a great idea.
That's why we're here. I would do that because I don't want you didn't waste any mail or any data.
You didn't fail.
No.
Most importantly.
And by the way, too, this is just the first wave. The first wave of properties that comes through in the calls and the responses aren't always the juice. I often find in the middle of the mailer, that's when the juice comes in. The people who got your letter and they're like, all right, this guy said 90 days. Well, you know what? I'm going to put this on the fridge. I'm going to put this on my bulletin board. I'm going to think about this one and I'm going to talk to my wife. I'm going to sleep on it. How are we really going to use it? We're going to spend some time, talk to the kids, and then I'm going to reach out to this guy. And there's some stuff coming too.
There's value in most accessless properties. It's just not the same value. We don't value it the same way that we do on the Thursday call or other property.
Right.
I've bought thousands and thousands and thousands of accessless properties and made tons of money on it. And the people that I sold it to probably made money on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Today is Jack Thursday, fishing for land. This is why you're listening. When you send a mailer out, thousands of letters, that the universe of property, when you're staring at that county or that zip code, in Neighbor Scoop or wherever, and or in Data Tree, there's 1,800 properties that you're about to mail. If you're sitting on a boat somewhere, picture yourself in a boat. There's 1,800 fish down there. Are all of them hungry right now? No. Are all the sellers for property going to sell at the price that you offer? No. But a very consistent percentage, if you have the right equipment, you have lack of talkative, somewhat naggy wife in the boat with you. You don't have that. Or whatever statistics you have put and prepped yourself for success. Wow, you don't even comment. Was that from the last time? Yesterday, I had a lack of commenting.
I am going to get a puppet.
You should get a Jill puppet.
I am going to have my puppet look at you and make faces.
Jill, you need a custom knitted Jill puppet.
Get a puppet. That is what I've decided I need right now. And then I don't have to do anything. I can just sit like this.
We need puppets.
And it can look at you and glare at you and just like... watch.
You write that down. We need custom puppets of each other.
And I'm going to have the Jack puppet. I'll just have my puppet, yeah. Maybe we'll change it up. Okay.
All kidding aside, fishing and setting out a mail campaign and fishing is very, very, they're analogous, let's say. There's a universe of potential candidates underwater. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do to really, really ensure that you're going to catch something. Maybe you get a fish finder, you get some better equipment. Maybe you talk to the guys on the dock and find out where the fish are biting that day, the ones that are just coming in that had success or failure. So buying and selling land the way that we do it is the same way. What you don't want to do is throw your line in the water a couple of times and say this sucks and it doesn't work. Fishing doesn't work. Go ahead.
I have another one. You also don't want to roll up where everybody's all in a circle fishing for in that one same spot.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to roll up where these 10 guys. So one more, I'm really going to benefit too.
There's a balance.
There's 10 guys. Go over there.
There's a balance. You don't use large saltwater lures to try to catch trout in an inland lake in Michigan. There's also a lot of those fishermen that are going to come in. They're going to tell you to go to the wrong place because they don't want you there. Just like a lot of people in real estate are going to steer you in the wrong direction, or a lot of people in this education space in real estate. So believe me, fishing works. It can be the greatest thing ever. You just have to manage it. And like everything else, you can't just jump in the water and get a plastic rod and some stuff and throw it in and expect it to work. You got to put your time in and enjoy the process. Mm-hmm. And you'll catch some fish.
I don't have a lot to add. This is kind of your show.
Usually my stuff is real negative, but this is very
enlightening today. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So if you're used to skipping Thursday, this was a treat for you.
Your puppet. What I learned today is that there's going to be a Jill puppet.
Oh, I'm getting a puppet. Watch me. It's going to be good. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers and the 2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week. You can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow is Jill Friday, and she's going to talk about how to sound like a professional investor. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. What's a professional investor? Where did that come from?
It's from the intensive training that I'm doing right now.
Oh, right.
Right. So a lot of people are there. Teaching. Yeah. They're there to learn how to talk to sellers and talk to buyers and sound like they know what they're talking about.
Your show's going to be better than mine this week.
No, it's not. Thank you, though. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. We hope you find our content valuable, and we really appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please check out our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button.
Weird. What's that? What is
puppet.
That? That's a trick.
I know, sorry. We are Steve and Jill. Go for it.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
Thanks. We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.